Hello everyone. So continuing with the last session of ophthalmology, today we'll be learning the two segments of the eyeball. So what are the two segments of the eyeball? They are the anterior segment and the posterior segment. Now, as the name suggests, it is anterior. That means it must be anterior to something. So what? The anterior segment is anterior to the lens. So it will include all the structures anterior to the lens. Now quickly name me what are the structures anterior to the lens? Yeah, the cornea, the iris, the ciliary body and the anterior chamber. The lens also is included in the anterior segment if it is asked. Though we consider lens as a partition between the anterior and the posterior segment. Now, talking about the posterior segment, the posterior segment includes structures posterior to the lens, that is, the vitreous humor or the vitreous chamber, then comes the retina, then the choroid, and then the sclera and the optic disc. So these all structures are included in the posterior segment. Now, the anterior segment, it is further divided into two chambers, the anterior chamber and the posterior chamber. Let me just highlight or demarcate the two chambers. This one, the chamber anterior to the iris, it is the anterior chamber, and this triangular space posterior to the iris, it is your posterior chamber. Both the anterior chamber and the posterior chamber, it is filled with aqueous humor, which is a fluid. Similarly, the posterior segment, it is filled with vitreous humor, which is also a gel-like substance. Now, moving on to talk further about the anterior segment, which is divided into, the anterior chamber and the posterior chamber. Now, these two chambers, they communicate with each other through the pupil. Let me show you here. If see, this is your anterior chamber, the posterior chamber, that is the triangular space. Now, this thing, this here, the hole between the two iris, this opening, it is known as the pupil. So both the chambers will communicate through the pupil. Now we'll talk about the boundaries of the anterior chamber and the posterior chamber. Now you have to tell me what are the boundaries. Come on. Now talking about the anterior chamber, the anterior boundary, what is this? The cornea. So the anterior boundary of this anterior chamber, it will be formed by the posterior surface of the cornea. Then now you guys tell me what is its posterior boundary? Yes, this is the iris. So the anterior surface of the iris, it will form the posterior boundary of the anterior chamber. This is what I wrote here. The anterior boundary of the anterior chamber, posterior surface of cornea. Just recollect the diagram in your mind, right? Then the posterior boundary by the anterior surface of iris plus part of the ciliary body. Here, some part, it is not clearly seen in this diagram, but some part of the ciliary body will also contribute to its posterior boundary. Now similarly, talking about the posterior chamber, which is this triangular. As the name suggests, it is triangular, so it must be having three boundaries. Triangular, so it must be having an anterior boundary, posterior boundary and one lateral boundary. Now you guys tell me what is its anterior boundary? Yes, the iris. The posterior surface of the iris and some part of the ciliary body will form the anterior boundary of the posterior chamber. Talking about the posterior boundary, then yes, very good. The lens and the zonules, it will form the posterior boundary of the posterior chamber. And the lateral boundary, it's very simple. Come on, guess it quickly. Yes, the ciliary body. So now read what I have written here. The same thing. Boundaries, posterior chamber, anterior boundary, posterior surface of iris, part of ciliary body. Its posterior boundary, lens, here, lens and zonules, posterior boundary. And the lateral boundary by the ciliary bodies. Now talking about the amount of aqueous humor, the anterior and posterior chamber, or I should say the anterior segment, is filled with a fluid, as I told you earlier, the aqueous humor. So the amount of aqueous humor in the anterior chamber is 0.25 ml and the amount in Posterior chamber is 0.06 ml of aqueous humor. Let me write here aqueous humor. I hope yellow is visible. Fine. Now one more thing I would like to mention here is the depth. Now what do you mean by the depth? It's written in your textbook that the depth of the anterior chamber, it is 2.5 mm deep. Now, the 2.5 mm deep. Now suppose the cornea, the normal cornea is like something like this. Now if I say that my curvature is increasing, this is the cornea surface, fine. So the curvature of the cornea is increased. This is the case in myopia. In which the curvature increases, thus the depth increases. More is the curvature, more is the refractive power. Fine, you need to remember this sentence. More is the curvature, more is the refractive power, and the depth is also increasing. Now, if this is the case in myopia, then its opposite is hypermetropia. In this, the curvature, it will become shallow. The depth will decrease. Fine, so this is the case in hypermetropia. Ignore my spelling, please, my handwriting too. So that was all I needed to share with you about the segments of the eyeball. Quickly recalling, what did we learn? We learned that there are two segments of the eyeball, the anterior segment and the posterior segment. The anterior segment consists of structures anterior to the lens, which are the cornea, the iris, the ciliary body, and the anterior chamber. The anterior and the posterior chamber. And the posterior segment consists of structures posterior to the lens. I have not written here, just look at the diagram and understand. Structures posterior to the lens, which are the vitreous humor, the retina, the choroid and the sclera. Fine. So this was about the posterior segment. Then talking about the anterior and the posterior chamber. So anterior chamber boundaries, posterior chamber boundaries, they both communicate through the pupil. Then we talked about the amount of aqueous humor, that is 0.25 ml and 0.06 ml. And the posterior chamber is triangular in shape, which you must be knowing. So that was all. If you like this video, please do like and do subscribe my channel. If you have any doubts and your valuable feedbacks, please let me know in the comment box. Thank you.